Let's talk about something that I know is on a lot of your minds. You've heard about menstrual cups, you're curious, maybe you've even thought about buying one. But then there's this one big question that stops you, right? A question that feels really, really personal.
Okay, let's just dive right in. No beating around the bush. This is it. This is the question that holds so many of us back from trying something that could make our lives easier. So, what is the real connection here? Well, to properly answer that, we actually have to take one step back and unpack a much bigger idea first.
So, before we can even get into the specifics of a cup, we have to talk about the word virginity itself. What does it actually physically mean? It's so important to separate the social idea, the taboo, from the simple reality of the human body.
So what is this physical proof of virginity that everyone talks about? It all comes down to something called the hymen, and really it's just a thin piece of tissue. But here is the most important thing you need to know. Its thickness, its elasticity, its shape. It's completely different for every single person. It is not some kind of factory-made seal of freshness. And think about this. Look at all the things that can stretch or even tear this tissue. We are talking about completely normal, everyday activities. Things like playing sports, going for a swim, doing yoga, or even just dancing your heart out. None of this has anything to do with sex.
And this is where the big disconnect happens. Medically, it's a fact that the hymen can be altered for dozens of reasons. But socially, there's this incredibly powerful belief, this taboo, that says it can only happen one way. And that idea, that's what creates all the fear and all the confusion.
Okay, so now that we're clear on what the hymen actually is, let's bring it back to the original question. What does all this mean when it comes to using a menstrual cup?
And the direct, honest answer is yes. It's a fact we have to face. Inserting anything into the vaginal canal, whether it's a menstrual cup or even a tampon, has the potential to stretch or tear this tissue. There's no getting around it. It is absolutely a possibility. So, knowing it's a real possibility, the whole situation becomes crystal clear, doesn't it? It really boils down to a very personal choice. Your comfort, day in and day out, for years, versus a social expectation, a taboo.
And this is the real question you have to ask yourself. Is it really worth it to put up with discomfort, with rashes, with inconvenience every single month for maybe 5 or even 10 years, all for a so-called test that might happen way down the line?
I mean, let's just lay it all out. On one side, you have the choice that follows the taboo, years of dealing with pads, the itching, the rashes, the monthly cost, and that constant nagging worry about leaks. And on the other side, you have comfort, forgetting you're even on your period. No irritation, saving a ton of money, and the freedom to do literally whatever you want. The difference is pretty huge.
And, our source material brings up a really powerful point. While there's all this pressure on you to pass this test, can you be 100% sure that your future partner has held himself to that exact same standard? It really shines a light on how one-sided this whole taboo is.
Okay, so let's put the taboo to one side for a second and just get practical. What are the logical, tangible reasons that so many people are making this switch? What are the real, concrete benefits of choosing comfort? Just look at the math. Over 5 years, you could be spending around 4,000 rupees on pads. Or you could spend about 600 on a cup that lasts for ages. Comfort-wise, it's not even a contest. And the impact on the environment? It's massive. You save money, you feel better, and you're doing something good for the planet. It's a win-win-win. Now, let's be real. It's not always super easy from day one. The first 2 or 3 cycles, it might feel a little weird, a little uncomfortable. There's definitely a learning curve. But once you nail it, once you get used to it, it is without a doubt the best period product out there. And this whole decision, it forces us to think about something way bigger than just our periods. It makes us ask, what do we really value? What is the actual foundation of a strong, healthy relationship in today's world?
Because a real partnership isn't built on some kind of physical inspection. It's built on things that are so much more important. Things like loyalty, deep, unconditional trust, and just mutual respect for each other as people. That's the stuff that actually lasts.
And so, that's what it all comes down to. What's more important as the foundation for your life with someone? A fragile piece of tissue as some kind of proof, or the unshakable strength of mutual trust? That's a question only you can answer.